creativity to connect audiences, build strong brand identities, and drive measurable impact. Earlier in his career, James spent over 8 years in market research, working with leading organizations such as IPSOS and Innovations of Poverty Action, IPAA, as a data collector and research assistant. In these roles, he supported various brands and institutions in Uganda by collecting quality field data and contributing to research that enabled data-driven decisions through actionable consumer and behavioral insights. This is the person that we have today who will help us to build strong brand identities in the digital space and drive measurable impact. James, you are very, very welcome this morning to speak to us. The floor is yours.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you very well. Good morning to you, James.
It's a pleasure once again to be on this call. And again, I want to thank the administration and the fraternity of OBs and OGs for this wonderful opportunity. Again, I hope today we can learn again and take something home, shape our personal digital brands. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. I will add something to it, something from my personal life. From what you said, can you see my screen? First of all.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. I've been married for 9 years now, and I am a father of 3 boys. The first one is 8, and the last one is making 4. I thought it was important for me to add this, for it still adds to the subject that we are going to discuss today. Because as we build personal digital brands, it is important that we acknowledge that we have the professional this definition and description, and then the personal one. As we build personal brands, it is important that we can integrate the two, merge the two, and make it into one profile, and then use it for the benefit of our success. Digital personal branding. How do we build a brand, a personal brand? Specifically, we're going to talk online. Many times when people think personal branding is for organizations, companies. You know what? When I start a company, I'll make sure I build a brand, a personal brand, a brand for it. And but something has changed. Things are changing. There was a shift, and the shift is very serious because of the digital age. And today, individuals need to also have personal digital brands. The world is competitive, the jobs are competitive, the contracts are competitive. Fellowships are competitive. Like everything is competitive today. So how are you going to stand out if you ignore the digital age and you don't make use of it? Your personal brand, to understand what it is your unique combination of the skills that you have, the experiences, your personality that you want the world to see. In other words, you can say skills can start from what you have learned, your talents, and what you have self-taught. It is not necessarily what you were taught at school. It can be something that you have self-taught and developed over time, and now you are a master at your craft, a master at your game. So your personal brand is a combination of those skills, your talent, your experiences, and your personality that you want the world to see. Some people are family people and they want to preach family values to build a personal brand about family values. Some people are engineers, etc. In other words, a personal brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. When you are present, they will say, Asaba is ABCD. So what they say about you when you are not there, what they say about you is not what you were able to visit one-on-one and you actually tell them. No, it is what they see online. Who are you online? Is what people are going to say about you. Digital branding is an intentional process of shaping this reputation using online platforms to make it so easy. Digital branding is about utilizing the digital platforms to build a personality. It's about taking control of your professional narrative. It no longer works, or it is no longer beneficial for you to study something and then you think that you are going to use or you are going to get your papers, keep them at home, and then that's enough for you to start flexing around in this competitive world. To understand more about personal digital branding, you need to be intentional. It is a process of showcasing your skills, your strength, your values, and the personality. Why? You want to create a distinct and memorable digital identity, something that people will be able to remember, and then they can say something about you in a room where you are not. Yes, we know Canon Damulira. I know her. She is a director of St. Mark. She has a school. So someone might be looking for a referral of a school. Because you have intentionally built your brand around that. You always share insights about education. People check your profile in case they want to get updates about the education industry, something etc etc. So in other words, you have built authority in the education sector because that is where your passion is, that is where your skills are, that is where your strength is, that's where you feel you can thrive. So it is easy for people to know Canon Damulida is an education enthusiast. So in simple terms, your personal digital brand is your story on the internet. It is how you present yourself across platforms, the content you share, and the reputation you build. It reflects your uniqueness, credibility, and professional value. we can go and do the same degrees, but we are unique in the way we tell our stories. We are unique in the way we brand ourselves online, even in the normal life. We are unique in the way, in the content that we share. So in the content that we share, we cannot be the same even if we have learned or went through the same schools. So why is it important for us to build personal brands? Differentiation. Like I told you, this is a competitive space now. It is no longer those days when they used to drive and look for someone who finished, those levels. I don't remember well, but my father used to tell me that at some point, people who finished, I want to remember the classes by then. I say P7, I can't remember well, but people who had education that time, at some point, they used to look for them. Personally, they drive and look for you. At some point, people with degrees were the real deal. At some point, people with masters. You get it? But right now, guys are finishing masters 2 years after they finish their bachelor's degree. So it's no longer about books. It is differentiation. How we stand out from thousands of similar qualifications. You know, when you try to do statistics of, because for example, me, I graduated with economics in 2012, but on average, every year that our college graduates about 300 students from economics alone. So that is only Makerere, I mean. So if I multiply by the number of years I have left, that is about 13 years. That makes it 3,900 economists. 3,900 economists. But the question is, how many can Uganda accommodate? How many economics jobs do we have in Uganda? If you reflect about that question, you will think about differentiating yourself from others. Personal digital branding opens doors to opportunities. It attracts collaborations, job offers, partnerships, speaking engagements like these ones. I want to share my story, how I became the membership director of Uganda Marketers Society. I had joined the Uganda Marketers Society. By the way, this body has over 600 professionals, but I spent I think, over 2 years. I wasn't popular. I didn't know anyone, like not many people, but I was on a journey to build my personal brand, especially on LinkedIn. I used LinkedIn to push my personal brand to rally the community of marketers. Why? Because after my research, I understood that professionals are on LinkedIn. Marketing professionals as well are on LinkedIn. I pushed my brand. I pushed my manifesto. I pushed what I'm going to do. I pushed who I am using LinkedIn. And from the results, I think I gained votes. If I use percentages, I was over 87%. But my opponent was a big opponent, well known. went to one of the biggest schools here, but that wasn't important. It was about how I deliver my story, how I brand myself, and what I'm actually going to do. That's how I managed to make it. So it opens those opportunities. Personal digital branding builds credibility and trust. People are more likely to work with you or hire someone whose online presence reflects authenticity, consistency, and expertise. If you are someone who is people are talking about for conning them, for body shaming online, for not being consistent. Sorry, today you are here, the other day you are the other side. Today you are sharing about tech, the other day you are sharing about marketing, the other day you are sharing about the best schools. You are not consistent with who you are. And for that reason, you won't be able to build your expertise because you are moving here and there. We don't know who you are. We don't understand what you are good at. But if you use the digital space very well, be authentic, be consistent with what you are sharing, then you're going to build expertise, and it's going to open for you opportunities because you have built credibility and trust. Visibility, like in this job market, I told you we are so many. We are so many. Every year, thousands and thousands are coming out. So a strong personal brand can help you be visible. Even if you are an intern, for example, an intern, let's say you are an intern somewhere and you have passion for building a marketer, for example. Start now. Start sharing insights. Start sharing your job experiences. Start liking on people's comments. Start showing up on events and connect with the people. Because when you show up on events, that's when you're going to introduce yourself to someone. When you introduce to someone physically, don't end there. Take them straight to your phone, search your profile, connect with those people, follow them so that you can have something to follow up with after the event. Yeah, I'm so and so, we met on this event. Start commenting on content, what etc. So that person is going to keep seeing you and seeing you, and there you're going to increase visibility to your clients, to your recruiters, people you can work with, etc. It helps you build authority. When you share valuable insights, it positions you as the thought leader, someone who understands a subject, someone who understands a topic, someone who understands engineering, because you're always sharing about insights about engineering, about construction, about what. So anyone who wants to say, someone wants to roof their house, they'll quickly run to your profile and search and watch a few videos and read a few blogs because you share things that are valuable. And that's going to make you a thought leader in that field, in your field. Networking and collaboration. Digital platforms break down the geographical barriers. You get it? You can speak to people in Nairobi, people in London, people in US, even though you are not there. People you have never seen because of your profile that you have built online. Monetization and new income streams. These days, digital brands are becoming into money streams. Apart from the speaking engagements and consulting opportunities, people are also getting money from the content they are creating with their profiles, with their personal brands on platforms like YouTube, TikTok. It is no longer about sharing insights only. Now imagine you're doing something you like, something you love, but also something that is going to pay you. How will it pay you? Because many people want to see your content. Many people want to watch your content. And these platforms are also looking for people who have valuable content, where people are going, where people are searching. And in the end, they're going to what? To end up paying you for that. There's a quote that says, if you want to be known for everything, you'll be known for nothing. If you want to be known for everything, you'll be known for nothing. I repeat, find something that speaks to your heart, that speaks to your career, that speaks to your values. Grow in that area. Share insights in that area. Share authentic information in that area. Share authentic content in that area. For that matter, you'll be known for something, but not everything. I want to share another quote before I move on. In the noisy world of social media, your personal brand is the filter that makes you memorable. Like, we have this digital space, we have this competitive world, etc., etc. And you want to show up in the digital space. Don't just show up. Come intentionally. Don't just come like others. I am on X, I am on LinkedIn, I am on TikTok, just like that. Come with a purpose. Come with a purpose to build something. Digital personal branding is not about being everywhere. Like I said, it's about being impactful where it matters. And most importantly, where it matters to you. Given that you are not in your world alone, if it matters to you, you are going to attract audience that finds your content valuable, that finds your content full of insights. Because somewhere, somehow, there's someone who looks like you. Somewhere, somehow, there's someone who is going through a situation that is like yours. Somehow, somewhere, there's someone who studied something like yours, but they didn't have a career path like you did have. So your path can inspire them. They can learn something from your path. And that's how you're going to be able to build your audience. Components of personal digital branding. Number one is your digital uniqueness. What makes you stand out online? What makes you stand out? It is not sharing the photos every day with good filters and what. No. Highlight your strengths. Be clear. What is yours? Find something. It can be something not related to what you studied. It can be your passion. I've seen people who are passionate about parenting and they have built a personal brand around parenting. I have seen people who are passionate about adventure and traveling. Someone comes and they eat, they give a review of a place. That's what they are passionate about. Highlight your strength, your skills, your expertise in a way that solves your problems. For example, if I come at your restaurant, I eat and then give a review and share it. It can be in a blog, it can be in a video. Someone else who's looking for where to go next time will land on my review, and my review will be a solution to the problem. What is the problem? I can't find where to eat. I want to find where to eat. Something near me. And then I land on someone who's review. Then share content that positions you as a go-to voice in your field. Yes. When you share content, don't just share content everywhere. You're just forwarding things. You're forwarding things from engineering. You're forwarding things from marketing. You're forwarding things in education. You're forwarding things. Just no. Be intentional. if you're not an accountant, you can read through the accountant content and pass. But when you are sharing content, share content that positions you as a go-to voice in your field. Someone is looking for property, they call them property experts, people that share those insights about property investment analysis, something like that. If you position yourself like that, every time someone is online, they'll come to you and search. You know, there's a guy I always follow on X. I think it's called Kakande Alex. He shares insights on investing in bonds, anything with bonds. You know, and anytime I want to get something to know, to learn about bonds, what and what, and I'm on X, his name will come first on my mind. You know why? Every time I go to his profile, bonds, government bonds, securities, unit trust, you know? So it makes him as a go-to person every time I want to share and to get knowledge in that field. Number two, the other component, your digital visual identity. Your professional appearance across platforms like X, LinkedIn, Instagram, if you have a personal website, TikTok, matters. Don't be the person who has a selfie on Instagram, you have a cartoon on X, you have a one in a suit on LinkedIn, you have a one in a kanzu on Facebook. If someone puts your profile in Google, different people are going to appear in the searches. Consistency in imagery is very key. This is going to enforce your style, the way you speak, the way you appear. It is important you have a consistent appearance across platforms. Okay, across most platforms, let's say. Because not everyone is building a personal brand authority on all platforms, because depending on who you're speaking to, some platforms may not be stronger, but it is important for you to be consistent. I don't know whether someone has searched about me, but if you check on all platforms, you will find some bit of consistency, including WhatsApp. I want to do a small test and go to, I don't know whether you can do that, because at some point I will need to do it for you, to ask you to do it. See, can you help me, Bruno? I want to share something small. Just a minute, audience. Apologies. And stop sharing this. Okay. So I want to. Okay. So I want to share this. Okay. So, one. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I've put my name in Google search. Yeah, and Google will bring you things I've shared from different platforms. So just to check out on imagery, I want to check here. So for example, this is what Google is going to bring for you when you search me. So to bring you, I think I appear here. I appear here, I appear here, I appear here, and here 3 days ago on LinkedIn. And the other images are not mine. You get it? But imagine someone searching you here, then your photos appear half naked, your photos appear, you are the one holding the bottle in some bar, and your photo appears here, like something that you wouldn't love other people to see, or someone else to see professionally. You see? Because what you give social media is what comes to Google. And when someone comes to Google, they are going to see this. So consistency matters. The way you brand yourself using images, using videos, will also build your brand. If you brand yourself as someone who doesn't care about a person, you post anything that is in your phone, everything in your gallery should go to internet. You don't mind, you don't save, that is not important. That's not good actually, and it's not good for your personal brand. I want to go back. I want to go back. I think I'm here. Let me first check. Okay. Component number 3. Your digital voice and communication. How do you express yourself online? Posts. Are you the person who bullies people? Are you the person who body shames? Are you the person who comments with nudes? Something like that. It is important how your voice, like we said last time, what does Google say about you? Search yourself and see your content online. What is your footprint there? What have you left there? You know, the good thing, the good thing with the digital, many people can see you all over the globe. But it is not easy to delete digital evidence, digital footprint. Someone else might have shared on their platforms. You delete on your platforms, and after some time, those things can disappear. But someone else shared them. The way you are behaving, something like that. Be intentional about the tone, the language, and the values reflected in your digital conversations. Don't be the person who bullies people, the person who abuses. At one point, someone is your potential employer, your potential client is going to search about you, and then you will be denied a big contract because of your comments. You'll be denied a big job because of your contents. Today, if you want to get a visa to USA, it is a must for them to check your digital platforms first. If you don't make your digital platforms public for them to check, you are not eligible for US visa. Why are they checking? They want to see how you have been commenting. They want to see your posts. They want to see your likes. They want to see what are your interests on internet. Where have you been? We normally post, I'm happy to be in Somalia. I'm happy to be where. So they have risks that they want to look out for. So if you're part of those risks, if you're part of that person that is not fit according to them, you'll not be able to get you that visa. So these days, it's no longer those days where we used to share only photos with friends and family on Facebook. Because those days we used to share photos, just connect with friends and family. It is beyond that right now. Even on Facebook, Facebook is a big platform for blogs. Facebook is a marketplace. Facebook is a platform for uh, saturating video content, etc, etc. It's no longer now a family platform like it used to be for us to share photos with family and friends. It has evolved. It's beyond that. Number 4, your digital authenticity. Tell your story online. Share your journey. Like I said for the intern, if you're doing some intern somewhere, start your journey. Start sharing your journey right now. People will be watching that you were doing intern here, you shared insights here, you got your first job here, you got your second job here. So in other words, someone who even wants to headhunt you, you make it easy for them because they have been watching you grow online. You are sharing insights, your digital experiences is solid. You have been documenting it on your digital platforms. For example, LinkedIn, when you are doing a job, put even if you're doing intern, share I'm doing intern at this organization. When you leave that organization and go to another organization, now I've joined this. And LinkedIn makes it so easy that it will even post to your network so that they can recognize that you actually moved and even congratulate you just in case. If you want to be known for everything, you'll be known for nothing, I said. Your brand is a promise. Authenticity is about keeping that promise. Be genuine, not perfect, I said. Be genuine. No one is perfect, of course, but be genuine. Your brand should be a true reflection of you. Who you are in real life should be the person you are on digital platforms. Don't tell us you are an engineering expert, yet you don't know even what a a single word about engineering. Because you have been working as a mansion or you learned as a porter to be on sites, you can put bricks, you can put sand to bricks, and then you're calling yourself an engineer, an expert. No, 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 no. Call yourself an engineer if you are a certified engineer. We have bodies in this country that certify engineers. If you are not a certified engineer, don't call yourself an engineer online. Someone is going to give you a job, an engineering project, then they ask you for their documentation, and then you say you are not certified. That is going to hurt your brand. Before I became certified with CIM, before I started doing CIM, I was not a certified marketer. I used to call myself a marketer because I'm a normal marketer, not certified. And right now, if you see my profile, I've put CIM in bracket because we have different levels. ACIM, MCIM, chartered marketer. Now we have marketers in the field that are calling themselves MCIM, ACIM, chartered marketer. When they are not yet there, you are hurting your brand. Until I have my certificate for level 6, now I can become ACIM. And immediately I apply to Certified Institute of Marketing UK and they upgrade me to ACIM. That is when I'm going to use that title on my profiles. But as of now, I am not. So be genuine. Don't be an engineer on paper and then on internet you are something else. You get it? Don't be someone who is just starting their career and on internet you're calling yourself an expert. It's going to hurt you. In case someone wants to hire you, they may not hire you because you're already an expert. Experts are expensive. Experts are hard to hire because they're going to ask a lot of money, etc, etc. But in your life, you're not actually an expert. So be careful with that. Be genuine. Not perfect, but be genuine. If you did finish your bachelor's, put it as your bachelor's. Share your journey. Be willing to share your success and failures. Many people want to put social media as something where they share only their successes only. But let me tell you, failure It's not the end of life. Failure doesn't mean you are a weak person. Failure doesn't make you even like this vulnerability makes you more relatable and trustworthy. People, there are many people who have failed. Some people don't have the courage to talk on internet, but they know in their corners, in their circles, they know. So every time you share your failures, you're going to connect with someone who has similar failures like yours. And you're going to become authentic. You're going to build audience that wants to hear from you. Like I said again, consistency is very key. Don't be the person who is sharing warm content the other day. The other day you are bullying, you are abusing, you are telling how people are not, how they are senseless, how they are useless, something like that. So build a brand voice. Build a brand voice. If you are funny, keep it that. If you tell your stories in a funny way, keep it that. If you tell your stories in a tone that narrates things, keep it like that. Consistency is very key. How do we get started? Something that we all need to know today. Maybe someone here has not started, because if you check yourself, are you there on LinkedIn? If you want to build a personal brand, don't miss platforms like LinkedIn, especially for young professionals. Don't miss a platform like LinkedIn. Then, but on any platform, you can build your personal brand depending on what you want to build. Then, how do you get started? Number one, audit yourself. Who are you? Which skills do you have? What is your talent? What is your passion? What is your unique value proposition? What problem do you solve or do you want to solve? What makes you stand out? For example, I can say, I'm going to give an example. I have what my core skill, camera operation. I am good at photography. I am good at photography. I am so passionate about photography. My unique value proposition, like many photographers appear on events when they are shabby. I appear on events when I'm very smart. I'm just giving an example for you to audit yourself. I appear on events when I'm very smart, so I will not appear like other photographers. What problem do you solve? Clients want to have their photos in real time. So what do I solve? I come with a team. We finish, we process all the photos at the venue. By the time I'm leaving the venue, you have like 60% of the photos. Therefore, you can have something to solve. What makes you stand out? I deliver in time. I keep my promise. If I say I'm going to deliver 60% of the photos, by the time the event is done, I do that. Number two, who is your audience? If you're someone in education sector and you want to build a personal brand there, your audience are people who want to, let's say if you are, uh, let's say, let me generalize it. Your audience are the youth who are going to school, people who want to join A level, people who want to join O level. If you are new, if you are an institution, a higher learning institution, people who have finished school, people who are studying, people who want to do masters, someone who is still studying. In other words, you can have an age range. You say from this age to this. I'm going to have my content that targets those people. Who do you want to reach? Do you want to reach potential employers? Do you want to reach clients? Some people go on internet or build personal brands to get clients, or to build peers. Some people want to get peers. So tailor your message and content to your needs. Depending on what you want to get, that's how we should craft your stuff. What is your story? Craft a compelling narrative that connects to your experiences, current work, and future aspirations. You know, people think that telling your story is telling your secrets. or your personal life, putting also personal life to to internet. No, you can tell your story without actually putting your personal life to internet. We go through many things on a daily, you know, the experience, for example, someone who was looking for a job, the experience when you went to sit for that interview. Some people go through rainy days, what your learnings were in that process, the people you met at the interviews, the chat that you had, what they shared with you, you know, like your like experience, daily experiences doesn't mean you are actually sharing your personal private life. No. Step number 2, optimize your digital footprint. Ensure all your professional profiles like LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook, or where you want to be, have a consistent, high quality professional photo. I talked about this. High quality professional photo. Get money, go to the studio. If you are consistent and intention about building a personal brand, and you feel like you want to start today, after this call, go to a studio, get your best shirt or blouse or dress, go to a studio, take a professional photo. Make sure that photo is not over edited to change you. Make sure that photo is just lighted, but keep it professional. Don't over edit your photos. Make sure it is high quality. Go on your profiles. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile and you want to be there, set up a profile. If you want to be on X, change the professional, change your what? Your profile. TikTok, same thing. If you want to build an audience on TikTok, still use that same photo. Be consistent. Use a clear and concise headline that states your role and value. For example, you can say, I build, for example, you can say, someone who is in engineering, for example, on a mission to build affordable housing units in Uganda, or building affordable housing units. When you put such a headline, somehow your content is going to be relating to that, because you already share content about affordable housing in Uganda. Affordable housing, what someone needs to take out if you want affordable housing, what are the key things, how to get suppliers, etc, etc. So it helps you craft your content and be consistent. Update your bio. Your about, your about should bring out what you do, your expertise, your brand story, etc, etc. Build a strong presence by creating a LinkedIn profile. I said that. Craft a detailed digital bio, who you are, what you do, what problems you solve, something like that. Then always share regular updates. You comment on other people's videos. If you're good at videos and you have a camera and have some gadgets, do some videos, write articles, engage with others. Don't put comment there and be like a robot. We have social media, we have tools that post and then they just post. But for you to humanize your personal brand, you have to be there, comment, share other people's content that resonates with your brand, showcase your achievements. LinkedIn profiles gives you an opportunity of every certification that you get, you can actually add it under your education and certifications. If you have a degree, add it there. If you get a diploma, add it there. If you get any certification, right now, if you go and check on my LinkedIn profile, everything that I have achieved, achievements and certifications are there. It's going to make it easy for someone who wants to connect with you, to understand you, and by the time they ask you your papers, they actually match what is on your digital platforms. Apart from LinkedIn, if you want, I said, choose platforms that align with your digital brand strategy. If you want to share quick insights, quick engagements, be on X. If you want to share, visuals, photos, content that is like that, reels, go on Instagram and Facebook. YouTube, video content, webinars, you want discussions, you want to discuss different topics in depth, go on YouTube. YouTube is very good at, you're going to leave your content. It gives you authority. It builds your authority voice on internet. Over time you're going to build audience through your content that you are actually putting there. If you are a creative, go for Behance. Create a portfolio on Behance. If you are a creative and you don't have a portfolio on Behance, I don't know what you're doing actually. I don't know. I don't know. Share valuable, consistent content that reflects your expertise and value. Use digital storytelling to connect emotionally with your audience. Interact meaning-free. I did this myself. Also, I think where you have a phone, you have a gadget. Google yourself. Put your name right now and do search. What is Google showing you? Whatever Google is showing you is who you are. Do you like it? If you don't like it, start today. Does the visual identity that you see there, the colors, the photos, do they align with what you want to be? If they don't, you have something to do, and there's something you can do about it. Key platforms for building a digital personal brand. Like I said, the choice depends on yours. But for any professional, LinkedIn is a powerhouse. For any professional, LinkedIn is a powerhouse. If you're a professional and you want to connect people who have businesses, for example, you want to connect with B2B, people who are decision makers in different industries where you want business, LinkedIn should be your platform. Career development, thought leadership, etc. etc. X, like I said, for quick things. I will want to repeat YouTube and Facebook. Case studies who to look at. Look at successful digital leaders. Find people who are successful in your industry. Have industry role models. Someone who is in engineering, there's that person who's doing it right in engineering. Someone who is in accounting, there's someone who's doing it right in accounting. For example, me in accounting, there are many people that one person I've connected with over time is called Samuel Mugabe. Ibanda. Like over time, because I've seen him share financial insights, anything accounting, etc. etc. Though I'm not in accounting, but I share, I see his content, I share his content. We are in the same network. Why? I like what he shares in that industry. So find someone in your industry, start from there, see what they are posting. When you find your niche, then those people are going to help you to learn how these people are connecting their content, how people are constructing their content, how people are crafting their content. And it will help you to start and also build your digital brand. Learn by observing. Study how they create content. Go on YouTube, study. Instagram content is different from LinkedIn content. LinkedIn content is more of text, articles, and blogs. But of late, videos are also coming up on LinkedIn, but quality videos. This is what I normally do, and this is my brief. If something is not quality, I will not post it. I would rather not post than posting something that doesn't resonate with my personal brand. So go and have those industry role models, see how they learn, they do their stuff, learn by observing, learn from them. Doesn't mean learn everything and copy everything, you know, but learn something that can help your brand specifically, something that you can bring and modify, and it helps build your brand. Can we do something like a challenge today? Today is 28th of August, 2025. If you really want to be on LinkedIn or on X and you want to build a professional profile, a professional personal brand, can you start today and give yourself a challenge, an objective as simple as getting 2,000 connections and followers on each platform, for example, so that by end of 6 months, you can audit yourself. Have I connected with 2,000 people on LinkedIn? Have I posted valuable content? Have I made 2,000 followers on X, for example? When you set that objective, it is going to challenge you on what you are supposed to do to make sure you actually achieve. But if you say, me, I'll just open and be there without any objective, you're not going to grow. Set an objective. How to grow and maintain your brand? Create content. Like I said, do engage with the community, be consistent. We have challenges in personal branding. Don't think it's going to be an easy ride for you. Number one, overcoming digital self. Many people are on this call, but you don't believe in yourself that you can do it. How do I start writing an article on LinkedIn? How will people see my blog? What if it has errors? Use AI, for example, it's a digital world. Use AI, write your craft, for example, write everything. If you're not sure about it, put it in AI, tell it to correct grammar for you. Grammar will be corrected. But even that, don't fear to start. People doubt themselves when they post and have no like. Oh my God, I've been posting the whole month. No like, no comment. Be consistent. These days, platforms work with algorithm. Even if you have a big following on X, but you have spent months without following, the algorithm is going to drop you. By the time you come back, even if you have a big following, you will post and a few people will see your content. Why? Platforms want people who are active. Every time you are posting, even if no one is commenting, but you are consistent, the algorithm is going to start bringing you on top and you will start appearing on people's profiles. Posting online can feel intimidating at first. Start small, comment, share posts, short posts, gradually graduate, and continue sharing detailed content. Handling online criticism. When you come online, be ready. People are going to criticize you. You're going to post a photo when you're eating at a restaurant, you are facing the left, and then they'll ask you, how did you hold that fork? Is that how they hold the knife? Yeah, people are going to say that. But don't focus on that because that's negativity. Do you want to get negativity from the from the digital platforms, or you want something that actually builds you? Stay professional, appreciate and pass, respond with respect. If it is necessary, you ignore, keep your focus. It's not a must for you to respond to anyone, don't respond to anyone. There are always people who want to drag you to the mud. People who have failed and they also want to drag you. We have bullies on internet. We have body shamers on internet. By the time you come on internet, you'll be aware of that. So be ready that you are going to handle on criticism and negativity because it's going to be there. Adapting to digital trends and industry shifts. Social platforms, algorithms, like I said, and audience behaviors are changing constantly. On TikTok, if your video is not if your for example, if your video doesn't perform well in the first 2 hours, the possibility is it won't perform for the rest of its life. But if your video performs well in the first 1 hour, the algorithm is going to push that video to other people, because the AI in the system is reading that people want to see this video. People want to see this video. So the algorithm will push this video to other people, That's why I said you have to be consistent. So when you come on social media, like LinkedIn, like X, like TikTok, don't post one video and then keep quiet a week, then you start. If you choose to go on TikTok, be sure that you are going to come in full swing. Post one video, 3 videos a day, three videos a day, three videos a day, for example. Then your account is going to start being active and being pushed and being pushed and being pushed. And then people will start noticing it. People will start recognizing it. It will start appearing on people's For You pages. I'm talking about Instagram, TikTok. But that comes with being consistent and active. By the way, there is no currency on internet. There is no currency on internet that beats consistency. There is no currency that beats consistency. I repeat this. There is no currency that beats consistency. If you are consistent, one day your videos, for example, if you have chose TikTok, your videos are going to go viral. And when your one video goes viral, your personal brand, the way you do things, the content that you share will completely change forever and ever. And finally, the digital future is now. Personal branding is no longer optional for professionals. It is a strategic necessity. If you are strategic and this is something you didn't think about, start now. Today. It's not too late. You can actually come and perform better than people who are there. People who are there before you. Start today, define your brand, choose the platforms where you want to be, depending on your objective, your passions, your values. Choose your platforms, I repeat. Don't say, because everyone is on this, because the server is on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn, so I also should also be there. No, choose your platforms and build a brand, tell your story there, and you never know, after 1 year, we can come and do an audit and something will be different about your personal brand. Thank you so much. I'll hear from Canon on if there are any questions that we can respond to, and then we see what next. Thank you so much. Otherwise.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Asaba, for that wonderful presentation. Much as it's virtual, but you could feel the silence in the house, especially the different people who are on this platform. Yes, some of them are young, and when it comes to the digital space, they are running a little faster. Some of us are not as fast as, but you have concluded it with a punch by saying that personal branding in the digital space is a strategic necessity. In other words, irrespective of age, we can no longer run away from the strategic necessity of digital branding because the future is now. I want to thank you so much for empowering us this morning. I know our time is fast spent, but there's some few questions here, and I know this was still on call. If you could answer these questions. One of them is Mr. Sevaramu, who said, isn't there a possibility of building 2 possible brands simultaneously? Can someone multitask and create authentic images before potential clients differently? Don't you think having one profile in terms of a brand is similar or putting all your eggs in one basket? If you can quickly answer that. Other than that, we have had...
is there somewhere I can read them?
Yeah, in the chat.
In the chat.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me see. Okay. Is it possible? Isn't there a possibility of building 2 possible brands simultaneously? Okay. Can someone multitask and create authentic images before potential clients differently? How is this possible? The Bible says, you cannot serve two masters at a go. You cannot offer your best to two profiles, two personalities. This is not you. If they call you, if I say I called Eric, for example, Eric, I call you, you are an expert in engineering. I call you tomorrow. Are you going to bring another face? Are you going to bring different documents? Did you qualify in different things? I don't know. Maybe you did. It's possible. But it's going to be hard for you. It's going to be hard for you. It is hard. But you can build on what you have to do other things. When someone understands you personally, after meeting you online from your personal brand, then you can show them other skills, the other side of the expertise that you have actually, and then you are able to connect and do other things with them. You get it? But building two personal brands at the same time, that's not possible. It's hard. It's hard and very, very hectic, and it won't make you authentic. That's what I can say. They're two different people. From the word go, because we have two personal brands, you know. Mm-hmm. Do you think having one profile in terms of brand is similar to putting all of this? I don't know. Did you mean profile or profile photo? I don't know. Your profile, like I said, you can be known for everything or be known for nothing. You get it? So it is a choice. Because idea, you cannot do everything. It is hard to do everything. But when you are good at something, you know, it is the good, you can say, I can be an expert, an engineer. I can be an expert, an engineer on, let's say, on internet. You get it? But when people come to me and understand me, or when I share my stories, I share my stories as an engineer, but then I share what I do, what else I do. For example, I'm a poultry farmer. You get it? And people know me as an engineer, but they also know me as a poultry farmer. That is something, a subsidiary I can add in my personal stories. When I'm sharing my personal stories, maybe I'm trying to navigate client deadlines of delivering a construction site, but then I also need to make sure the poultry, a bunch of some chicks that I brought in 2 months ago also get good attention. How I'm using, I have I have some labor, some servers that I'm using, ABCD, ABCD. You get it? So in your story, it shows that you're actually using some people, you're empowering some people to do poultry farming because you also do poultry farming, but people know you as an expert in engineering, for example. So if you build your personal brand, your personal brand, it can help you achieve other things. Doesn't mean for me being an engineer online, so I'm an engineer for life. No, I can do other things, but people know me for one thing. And then through my stories, they know I actually also do something like this.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, I think
I
that's
think,
the question.
yeah,
Is
I
there
think,
any other question?
no, I would want to appreciate Mrs. Biarugava Charity. She has also added, complemented what you have mentioned. Yes, I could be an engineer, but have a manifestation of other things that I do. For example, through my engineering expertise, I put up poultry houses that are effective in poultry rearing, something like that. So she
Yes,
says that regarding that question, the quick answer is the ABC of personal branding: authenticity, boldness, and credibility.
yes,
Study these three and you have an answer. You cannot have two brands at a go. Your personality, there's one thing that stands out for each one of us. And then every other thing is a manifestation through that one thing that we do. Yeah, so we need to grow to specific knowledge, and you purpose to grow in that specificity, that one thing. Then other things can be done, but there's that one thing that speaks about you. So, dear friends on call, I know we have very many questions in this regard. I think some of us will have to reach out to Mr. Asaba personally. I would want to take this opportunity to appreciate all of you for staying on the call until this time. I would want to say in a very special way, Mr. Asaba, you have blessed us tremendously this morning. You have set us thinking, especially some of us who have been running away from the digital space. After informing us that it's a strategic necessity, I think it is time to pick up our bags and run this race. Um,
Canon. Canon. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can go ahead.
Can we, to get something valuable from these calls, these two calls,
Yes.
can we
Yes.
set some small objectives so that people can use to benchmark after 6 months whether they did take this serious or not?
Okay. Can
For
you guide us
example,
on this?
okay, I'm not sure how many people are on LinkedIn here, but if you are a professional and you're here, if you are a professional and you are here, go and open a LinkedIn profile today. Like I said, use a professional photo. Then after that, let's be clear on, because when you set objectives, they have to be smart, they have to be specific, they have to be measurable, they have to be achievable, time bound, etc. So for us to be able to measure what, let's say we want to, the first thing first is want to appear on the platforms. Secondly, when you appear, we are going to have like, you can have two objectives. Number one, share valuable content in my industry. Number two, gain at least 2,000 followers or 2,000 connections. That's on LinkedIn or X, whatever platform that you choose. Or for TikTok, I'll raise the target to, for 6 months, I'll raise the target to 10K, because TikTok is, if you create valuable content, it is easy to blow very fast, you know? So 10,000, 2,000 for X, 2,000 for LinkedIn. As simple as that. Then after 6 months, you can do another call. Maybe you can have a register of whoever is here and then ask them one-on-one to share their profiles and their assets. Their assets, I mean their strength. Your LinkedIn, your strength is how many followers that you have. How many followers that you have on X? What is the quality and type of your content I have been sharing? What is the engagement rate on your content? How are people engaging with your content? Because if you're sharing valuable content, people will engage with it. If you're just throwing out things, nothing will happen. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you so much. It's one thing to say you have learned, but we learn by doing and not just listening in. We are taking on the challenge, and probably in 6 months, we shall invite you and we shall first have a review. We are going to take a register of people who are on the call. We shall have a review and people will give us their experiences. Thank you so much for giving us that challenge. We really appreciate. At this point in time, I will invite Reverend Moses Senyonyi, if he's still on call, to give us a closing prayer and a blessing for the day. My encouragement, as always, what you have learned. Run with it, share it with somebody, and practice it so that we can see growth in our areas in our professional lives. Reverend Senyonyi, if you're on call, please give us a closing prayer and a blessing.
Seems Leveland is off. Let me just give the prayer.
Okay.
Loving Father, I want to thank you for today. We thank you for giving us opportunity to be here. I want to thank you for the opportunity you've given us to understand what is going on in our lives and in our everyday uh, interactions with other people. Please guide us in the way we connect with other people, the way we talk to them, the way we post ourselves, so that we may be all that we do brings glory to you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen and amen. Thank you so much, Mr.
Amen.
Damlia, for that prayer. Dear friends on call, once again, I thank you for having made a decision and the choice to be with us this morning. I encourage all of us to be with us next Thursday. It will be the last Thursday of the month. And I encourage you to call a friend to share knowledge with us so that we can grow together